I think there's so many ways that I can continue to get better, and I feel like there were so many ways I could have been even better this year, and that's what gets you going and gets you fired up, and you want to continue to keep playing. And
after weeks of speculation, news has emerged from several media sources that Caitlin Clark is leaving the WNBA. Fans and media personalities are having a difficult time accepting that the rookie sensation is leaving the U.S. for Europe.
It's going to help us win against these really good teams in this league. So I think continuing to find ways to have great defense for 4 quarters. When we hold teams under that, I think it's 80-84 area, we have a lot of success. So I think that's going to be a huge key tonight as well.
We'll go Christine, then we'll go Mike.
Caitlin, I asked Christy about this. Once you've clinched, is it a little hard for a team, I think it's kind of human nature, to then have to get back up for playing for, of course, pride. You want to win the games, of course you do. You want to hit the shots, but I think it's human nature to kind of have a little bit of a lull, or potentially what are we working towards? Is that something, is that something that you think about? Is that not true at all for you? I'm just kind of curious about how you think about that. Thanks.
I think for myself as a competitor, for me, I approach these games in the same exact manner that I approach every single game.
However, some players can't wait for Clark to leave. Apparently, there are players in the WNBA that have a problem with Clark's growing influence on the league. For example, the WNBA announced before the end of the regular season that players will use charter flights to travel to games. This was something many players asked for in the past.
This is a massive win for the WNBA players because they now have an opportunity to recover like the true athletes they are. First and foremost, these professionals are having to play 40-minute games, and now instead of having to go through security, wait in line for some McDonald's like the rest of us do at the airport, they can finish their 40-minute game, get on a bus to go onto a plane. It allows them to get treatment and recovery much quicker because they can get back home quicker. From a logistics standpoint, it's massive. There's a 40-game schedule in the WNBA. That is a ton of games to have to fit into about a 5-month stretch. They can get home quicker, rest, and recover. And then from a safety perspective, this is a massive win. The WNBA has so many faces right now that are some of the most recognizable faces in our culture at the moment. So now they can safely get into the airplanes without being harassed or bothered by other people. Their safety, their privacy is maintained. And overall, it's just a smooth experience.
Although the decision benefits all the players, some of them are not happy it is coming at a time when Caitlin Clark's effect is in full swing.
Connecticut Sun forward Alyssa Thomas and Indiana Fever coach Christy Sides both called for the abusive comments toward W players to stop during their respective post-game news conferences following Game 2 on Wednesday night. Thomas went as far as to ask the league to step in to do something about the behavior.
In my 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial comments from the Indiana Fever fan base. We had her face on a serious matter that happened in this world, and it's unacceptable, honestly. And there's no place for it, and we've been professional throughout the whole entire thing, but
then you have the fury that came when Caitlin signed a lucrative $28 million deal with Nike for 8 years. For those that aren't aware, the news of the deal caused some WNBA players headaches.
It's pretty cool. It's got I feel like it's Fever, but it's also Iowa, so you get the best of both worlds. I have another one that you'll probably see me wear later on that is even more Fever, so just wait for that one. But yeah, you got the yellow. They look a little similar to the Bruce Lees that I wear, but still different. I like the gold swoosh. It's the black and yellow. You can't go wrong. It's just the best color. Honestly, I didn't design these ones. I just said, yes, I love them. Please give them to me. So they do their job. They do it really well. So they're pretty cool.
Some even had a meltdown, especially Aja Wilson, who appeared incensed with the news of the deal. She went online complaining to anyone who was interested in listening to her how she is undervalued because of her skin color.
It's taken some time to build our chemistry, and last year we did a lot of great things. We understand that we can take it to another level, and that's what we want to do this year.
I put myself out there on the front because I don't want my teammates, here I go about to cry, because I love them so much. It's hard. It's really, really hard. And I don't even know if I'm crying. But I love my teammates so much that I will take any hit from them. Good, bad, ugly. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna try to be the best I get y'all saying best player in the world. That's great. It looks great. But I want to be the best person. I want to be the best teammate, because that's how I get the best out of my team. So when it comes to wins, losses, when I tell you I break this game down piece by piece, because I want to be great for you guys, no offense, but I want to be great for my team. I want to be great for this franchise.
Aja Wilson basically called Caitlin Clark a racist and accused her of enjoying white privilege. Obviously, she has to explain that better, because the meaning of the word is lost to me. It was petty and sad to see so much hate coming from established players who should be happy that the WNBA is finally getting some deserved attention from corporations and fans.
I mean, when you talk about special, it's in this locker room. I love each and every last one of you. Queen, we just met a couple weeks ago, but girl, you came in here and gelled with us like you've been with us since training camp. And those are the people that I love, because I'm very particular about who we let in this locker room. So first off, thank you. When it comes to the rest of y'all, the ones that we've been through everything with, I am so appreciative. I don't get any of this without my guards feeding me the basketball. So thank you guys, but I hope y'all know how much I love y'all, each and every last one of y'all. Y'all will never understand how much y'all mean to me, because there's days where I hate being Asia Wilson. I hate it. But when I come into work and I see y'all smiling and I see y'all just happy.
But Wilson didn't stop there. The WNBA MVP continued by saying that black women are not considered marketable, unlike their white counterparts. But here is the shocker. Aja Wilson has a signature shoe from Nike and has been featured in most of that adverts and marketing events this season. Something that Caitlin Clark hasn't been part of, even though she signed with Nike. Yes, white privilege indeed. Even without sarcasm, that phrase doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But it wasn't just Aja Wilson that had issues with Clark's meteoric rise in the WNBA. Chennedy Carter was also on the "We don't want Caitlin" train. She took shorts at Clark on and off the court. It began with an aggressive shoulder jab on Clark, even without the ball in play. Then she refused to acknowledge any questions from the press on the incident during the post-game press conference.
She turned to you a little bit?
Yeah. I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
That's enough.
Okay, so that line of questioning got cut off there. Although I should mention Kennedy Carter did respond later in the day on Instagram Threads by saying, besides three-point shooting, what does she bring to the table? Followed by a laughing emoji. So that's all the things that were said. I want to bring Monica McNutt into the conversation, and here's why. Because, Monica, what I don't like is when people parachute into a place, in this particular case, the WNBA, where they have never spent any time before, and start offering a whole bunch of opinions when they may not understand the full context of everything that happens. An example I use for this all the time is people will get mad about pitchers throwing at hitters in baseball, when in reality, that's the way the sport has policed itself for 100 years.
But Carter wasn't done. She went online to question Caitlin Clark's talents by claiming that the only thing the Indiana Fever megastar brings to the game are three-pointer shootings like Carter can do it.
It is what it is, you know. I feel like I'm just at the point where you accept it and don't retaliate. Like, you know, just let them hit you, be what it is. Don't let it get inside your head. And know it's coming. I think at this point, like, I know I'm going to take a couple hard shots a game, and that's what it is. Just stay in the game and saying what's important.
She turned to you a little bit?
Yeah. I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
That's enough.
It was a clear indication of pettiness and jealousy towards a player that elevated a league that was on its knees by her sheer brilliance. You know what is shocking? Caitlin Clark after the game was even angry about Carter's action. It is like she expects things like that to come her way in the league.
I think so many people are watching women's basketball right now. It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game, and Kennedy has been here before, obviously, but there are so many great players in this league that have deserved this for a really, really long time, and luckily, it's coming now.
Even Angel Reese is not excluded from this list. The Chicago Sky Star has established herself as Caitlin Clark's main rival for Rookie of the Year, but was also her arch rival in college, playing for the LSU as Clark played for Iowa.
One day, hopefully, me and her can be teammates because, I mean, she is a great player and a great shooter and a great person and a great teammate, and understanding that the world is going to have to, they always put a good girl and a bad girl, and just understanding that that's just what it is. And it's just going to be what it is, and I'll take that I'm going to be the bad guy, but I know I've grown women's basketball, and I know I'm being positive, and I know that I've inspired people, so people can think what they think. I know me and Caitlin, we've been cool. We've never had any issues, so just knowing that I've grown women's basketball, and she has too, and just help do that is all that matters.
I was going to say, also it sort of depends on the fans. Who's the good
yeah,
guy,
it depends. Yeah, it just depends. I mean, LSU loves me, but they might not like her, but, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You talk about that a lot, the growth of the game. Obviously, today is announced. There's another expansion team. We're expecting it to go back to 14. Maybe we get to 16 soon. You guys
love that.
Reese is one of those who can't wait for Clark to leave. While both players won't publicly acknowledge it, you can feel the animosity between them.
I mean, I think we're just taking it one game at a time. And I think that's why we've been able to be successful in this stretch, is because we haven't looked too far ahead. It's the game that's always just right in front of us. I'm pretty sure the only people that view this as a rivalry is all of you. Like, for us, like, it's just a game of basketball. Like, that's what it is. And if it's going to help move the game forward, absolutely. Like, that's amazing. That's what it should be. Like, people could talk about it. I mean, yeah, I think I saw the ticket prices. I guess the only thing is, like, I'm surprised we're not playing at the United Center. I thought that would have been really good for the game and really good for all the women's basketball fans in Chicago. So maybe there's a conflict of some sort that I don't know about. Obviously, that's a little above my pay grade. But we're excited, you know, one game at a time. You kind of got to wipe this and learn from it. And, you know, we travel tonight and get there and practice, and it's a prep, and then you're playing the next day at 4 p.m. So, like I said, if that's what's going to help the game move forward, absolutely. And I think the two prior matchups have really lived up to what everybody expected, and just really great basketball games, honestly.
In one of the meetings between them this season, Angel Reese's arm struck Caitlin Clark's head as dribbled towards the basket. The contact saw Clark ending up on the floor. The foul was later upgraded to flagrant 1 after the officials watched the replay, which showed Reese's elbow striking Clark on the head. Clark took the free throws, which were awarded afterwards. Then she downplayed the incident during her post-game reaction.
The flagrant, did you feel like that?
Basketball play.
Yeah, did you feel like that was the appropriate call, or?
It's a basketball play. I can't control the refs. They affected the game obviously a lot tonight, so can't.
But it did look like you were going for the ball.
I mean, I'm always going for the ball, but y'all gonna play that clip 20 times before Monday, so.
Well, we don't work in TV, so I'm not gonna play it anywhere. But
I mean, this clip gonna get out somewhere. I know.
On my side, you're correct. Yes.
Yeah.
However, things were different with Angel Reese. After the game, she responded by throwing a subtle dig at both Clark and the referees, claiming that Clark had a special whistle.
I'm still proud of Camilla going on, still getting a double-double. And that's something y'all not gonna be able to stop regardless of the referees. Like, we're here for a while. We're not gonna be denied. It's no matter what you guys can try to do, but our goal is to win. And we're gonna do whatever it takes to win and continue to do that.
There's been a lot of talk about the star power on both of these young teams. And as we saw, it was, one possession game to the final couple minutes. What do you think? How does that add to kind of the excitement between these two teams and the excitement of playing in a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, I guess another basketball game. I guess a lot of hype around the game, of course, but we're kind of honestly just here to play ball.
Any more for Angel? Yeah, one more. Angel, so obviously you talk a lot about the fact that you guys have lost a lot of games in your career. What do you do to kind of keep your mind right? Just a tough stretch like this.
I mean, yeah, it's tough. I'm not used to losing like this, but either I'm going to be mad and sad about it, or I'm going to get up and figure out what I can do better
With statements like that, you know she won't lose a single second hoping for Clark to stay in the WNBA. She wants her gone.
So much to say, and let me just go ahead and sound off. Can I get my one shot so I can talk to the beautiful people at home, please? First, let me clarify something. Angel Reese should not be suspended for that foul. Let me dispute that wild notion that has been circulating on social media. Angel Reese should not be suspended for that foul. It was a basketball play. Let me get ahead of that. Now, what I will also say is, Angel, your actions are starting to speak so loud, we can't hear what you're telling us. Because what you told us, if we go back to March 31st, was simple. You said you think people just take it like we hate each other. And Caitlin Clark and I don't hate each other. I want everybody to understand that. That's what you told us. The problem is your actions vehemently disagree. Because on June 1st, after Kennedy Carter cheap shots Caitlin Clark, you get up and you celebrate the cheap shot of Caitlin Clark.
Fortunately, there are two sides to every story. While we can tell that some players are hoping to never share a basketball court with the rookie phenomenon Caitlin Clark, others can't wait to play with her and enjoy sharing the spotlight with the No 22.
Clark averaged 19, 5, and 8 in her inaugural campaign, and she also led the league in assists. Clark's rookie season, it was historic. She had the most points in a rookie campaign, the most assists in any season ever, and she even messed around and got a pair of triple-doubles, something no other rookie has ever done. When a season is that special, we need a Hall of Famer to break it down. Rebecca Lobo is joining us now. Rebecca, can you just help us contextualize how impressive Caitlin Clark's rookie season was?
Malika, this season by Caitlin Clark is one of the best rookie seasons we have ever seen by a player in the WNBA. She has the 5th highest assists per game average ever. She's only the 2nd rookie to lead the league in assists. The other one was Tisha Penicheiro back in 1998.
The news of her winning the Roe TY Award spread like wildfire, and congratulatory messages poured in from her teammates, NBA players, and fans. Apparently, every player in Indiana Fever was ecstatic about her win.
Really exciting. I gotta say though, Rebecca, a lot of fans, they were anticipating Caitlin Clark becoming the 6th ever unanimous Rookie of the Year. Obviously, that did not come to fruition. She was just 1 vote shy. Were you surprised at all?
I wasn't really surprised, just because anytime you have 67 people voting on something, everyone's not going to have the same opinion. And Angel Reese, of course, had a terrific season. And this is a rookie class that in total had a great year. And especially when you look at the top 3, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Rickea Jackson, I think you can put those top 3 and what they did throughout the course of their rookie campaign up with some of the best rookie classes we have seen in the history of the game. 2004, Diana Taurasi, Elena Beard, Lindsay Whalen would be up there. 2006, Simone Augustus, Cappie Pondexter, Candice Dupree, and of course, one of the most heralded rookie classes ever was in 2013, the 3 to see with Brittany Griner, Elena Deladon, and Skylar Diggins-Smith. So pretty impressive for Caitlin to win Rookie of the Year in a dominant fashion.
But what about those playing in the WNBA with Clark? The only WNBA player that acknowledged Caitlin Clark's success was none. Yeah, they all pretended that Caitlin Clark was a player they never met, but quickly ran to social media to send messages of appreciation to Aja Wilson when she was announced as the season's WNBA MVP. The actions of these players clearly shows how uncomfortable they are that Clark is such a force in the WNBA and can't wait to see her gone. Well, their wishes may become a reality sooner than later. The Indiana Fever megastar has been offered a massive contract to play in Europe. For now, there is no official response from Caitlin Clark to the speculation that she is leaving the WNBA. But if she does, we can't say she doesn't have a good reason to leave, especially with the level of hostility she has received from other players in the league. Did Clark deserve it? We leave you to be the judge of that. However, we can say for sure that Caitlin Clark has treated all her opponents with respect. She has constantly downplayed aggressive plays against her, claiming it is what is expected from the league. She also refused to blame other players when things do go her way. Above, she tried to get them paid. Yeah, former Indiana Fever COO Allison Barbera revealed how Clark wanted opponents to share a piece of the pie. She revealed that Clark approached her with a plan to share revenue generated from sold-out arenas both home and away with the opponents, so each player can earn money from those who come to watch her. However, the WNBA rejected the idea because of the collective bargaining agreement it had with the owners of the clubs and the players. Do you think Caitlin Clark will play in Europe next year? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments section. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and smash the notification bell.